Hello and welcome to 3WND, the weekly newscast which is lowbrow but high entertainment. I'm your host, Jason.
I'm Mark.
And my name is Rob.
Hello. I really like the delay when I say I'm Jason. Delay. It's longer and longer.
That's what she said.
Yeah. How's it going, boys? How are you enjoying the heat wave?
It's just finished at the moment here. It's only like 23, 24 now, so I can bear it again. But it's bad where you are still, right?
Yeah, I'm literally. I think we made a joke about doing a podcast naked last week, but literally I'm doing it naked today.
Oh, damn it. I didn't get the memo.
I've got nothing on underneath this vest that I'm wearing. Nothing.
That's hot. It's pretty hot. Rob, you wearing clothes?
Yes, I'm wearing clothes. I mean, I have my kneecaps out, which is pretty saucy.
Ooh, saucy, yeah.
It's a bit, I hope people listen to this past the 9 p.m. watershed because it's getting hot in here, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so hot.
Got ankles exposed.
It's better than last Thursday, though. I was dying in this flat.
Yeah, it's me this time.
Exactly. Rob, next week. Fantastic.
UK weather's pretty mad, by the way, because like there's thunderstorms and crazy weather in very specific regions. Like where I work and where my parents live is about a mile apart. And I thought I was going to die at work on Tuesday, but my parents heard nothing. No rain, nothing.
Yeah, I had the same thing yesterday. I went to the crematorium to check on my grandparents' grave, and that's about 2 miles outside of where I live, and they had nothing. Meanwhile, I could hear the thunder kicking in, and then I was like, oh, snap. I could hear the rain, so I ran for cover near the church, and I was there for like 15 minutes with it absolutely hammering it, and then I was like, shit, the place shuts in 15 minutes. And I've got to walk like 5 minutes to my car because I parked the furthest away so I can go for a little walk. I had to sprint back to my car wearing all grey, which turned black, and they're still freaking wet now. It's ridiculous. But
so you both got pretty wet last week then?
I was super wet.
I like it.
That was my heroic moment of my life. But.
Right, let's do this. Jump into the big news of this week.
Okay.
That's what we're here to do. Starting with coronavirus, it's still around. We're still chatting about it. But good news, potentially, is Russia have somehow developed a potential vaccine. So hurrah, hurrah.
Yeah, that's been a weird one. Have you been keeping on top of this story today?
So the latest I've got here is obviously there's been growing concern over the speed in which they created it. I think generally it takes 18 months to 2 years to really be able to test a vaccine. Well, they've done it in like 6 months.
Yep. The chief, it's one of the chief doctors to do with respiratory system. He quit today.
Really?
Because he felt what's been going on has been inhumane and not ethical in the slightest. It seems to be like, they haven't done enough research before now injecting people with this potential vaccine. And although they're saying it's all good, there's apparently less than 40 people that have been tested, and they've just rushed it to make them seem like they're the first ones to do it, rather than actually.
But it's okay because it was Putin's daughter, one of the ones that got tested. So
I would like to know if that's actually true.
Yeah, me too.
Because surely they're not going to use her as a guinea pig.
Apparently they did.
I don't know. It seems a bit suspicious because if it was anyone else but Russia, China, or North Korea or something like that, I might feel like there's some good news there. But I don't believe it for 1 second.
Really funny though. I was at my girlfriend's parents' place for the weekend for her birthday, and her grandparents were there, and they were talking about it. Then her grandma turned around and said, "The vaccine is probably just vodka." I just thought that was pretty funny.
Now, did they say that in English to you? Because your girlfriend's German.
No, they said it, but vodka's similar. I think vodka's vodka.
Did you laugh know
I
what
did.
About? Or did you just hear vodka and go, no, vodka, I know that word.
My German's better than that, so I laughed.
How do you laugh in German?
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on from casual German racism and Russian racism. No, so we'll keep. I don't know. This Russian vaccine, I would never trust it.
I thought though, I haven't heard too much about this, but I thought in the UK there was people saying, "Oh yeah, I've been tested," or I'm doing something, or I thought movements were happening in the UK with vaccines anyway.
So the way I believe, sorry, Mike, you stay.
No, go for it.
The one I think that they do like small testing as a phase 1, and I think that might have what's happened. They did small scale testing, which might have been okay. The next step is they increase the size of the group. They start testing,
correct.
Which I think Russia have already done apparently.
I think I think it was 1,000 people, and now they're upping it to like 10,000. They're using people for now mainly in America and Brazil because we haven't got enough people here in the UK for our one now.
Really? 1,000? I thought it would be like 50.
No, I think that was the very, very, very small scale start, and then they upped it. Essentially, Russia have only tested 40 people and have deemed it they've got the vaccine. Although, like for us, the first wave we done, which was like the 100 or 1,000 or whatever it was, they get like 97% success rate. So that was encouraging, but that wasn't enough. They had to do bigger scale to then make sure it works and there's no side effects, etc. Whereas Russia don't seem to have done much at all with their testing to then start using it. In an ideal world, that would happen, but obviously you don't know what the long-term effects are, let alone short-term. So a bit of a dicey one from Russia, but I guess we'll see what's coming of that shortly.
I remember when I was in Australia, by the way, when I was working on a banana farm, I met a German girl who wanted to quit banana farming to fly to Melbourne to be tested on for money. And she said, she'll be like basically strapped into a hospital bed for 2 months being tested on, but she'll make, X amount of cash in that time and she could do the trip that she wanted with it. And then everyone's like, yeah, do it, man, do it. And then I was the one that didn't agree, and she asked my opinion. I go, do you really want to know what I think? And I just told her, I think you're fucking stupid if you do that.
Yeah, you don't know that's the problem. Like, a lot of them probably be safe and nothing will happen, but you only got to get one bad one that could fuck your whole life up, essentially.
But also, I don't know if this is like a bigger thing in Germany, but on the U-Bahn and the Underground here in Germany, in Berlin, there's always promotions and advertising for these kind of companies that are looking for people to test on, and they pay a lot of money. So really, I think it's a really unethical thing because they're giving money to poor people who are desperate to do anything.
It's a lucrative thing, but
it's a lot of money.
The risk is high.
They offer, for sure.
There's a reason why there's money in it, though.
Yeah, definitely. But there are always these advertisements in the Underground. Always. It's crazy.
She had a job. I mean, she wasn't making great money on the banana farm, but you're making money. And it kind of begs the question, how much do you value your life?
Did you enjoy working at the farm, though, Rob? Did you have a good time banana farming?
No, I did not.
No, but
terrible time.
At least you weren't going to fucking die doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, it's just...
Rob, could you die from banana farming, though? Was that a possibility?
It was very high, actually.
Have a horrible reaction.
We had apparently a taipan living under our cabin.
What's that?
What the hell is that?
Spider?
Like the world's most dangerous snake.
Oh, really?
It was a taipan.
Ooh.
That name just jumped out at me.
No snakes?
But yeah, a couple of times I came close snakes. Yeah. Anyway, I don't have too much to say about it. I'm still alive, so
that's good.
But
it's a dangerous spot. It's Australia, what do you expect?
Yeah, that's true. It's just pure laze, though. That side of things, like, you want to get tested on, just so they can, they can make that money they would have made, but quicker.
Yeah.
It's a question. So if you guys tomorrow unluckily got tested positive for coronavirus and like a severe-ish, like where it affects your health, would you take the Russian vaccine if it was offered to you?
Oh.
Would you just believe you had the...
So that's my only option, is either don't take it.
No, it's like you could have it bad, but you don't know how bad it is.
If I couldn't get any testing,
you just didn't know.
If I couldn't get a vaccine trial with the English one or any of the other established ones, I would probably gamble yes. You?
Okay. Rob, what's your answer?
I don't know, because I messaged a friend today. He works for the NHS, and he had coronavirus a long, long time ago. And I messaged him saying, "Oh, how's the recovery going?" And he's like, "Yeah, still fucked." I'm like, "That was fucking months ago." I'm like, I don't know how long it lasts, but it is still like basically locking himself in his room. I don't know. He's a big guy, and I know they say if you're like overweight and you have breathing problems, and you're affected worse. And he's working for the NHS. Also, is a black man, so apparently that's more at risk than the average white person.
Yeah.
But so the odds are stacked against him. But yeah, apparently he's still fucked. So I guess.
Yeah, man, most people it doesn't affect, but obviously the small percentage it does, it really hurts you.
Yeah, I mean, if it's as bad as what he makes it sound, then I might have to get some Russian vodka.
I'll meet you there.
I would not take it. I would not take it. That's crazy.
You wouldn't take it?
No, like because all the countries. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, let's all get it and we'll see.
But you two get it, I don't. And yeah, you two get coronavirus. We all get coronavirus. You two take we do real tests. You take the vaccine, and I don't see who lives long.
Okay, sounds like a plan. We'll see what happens next week on the podcast.
Right, yeah. We'll see. Right, breaking news coming out of the US this week, to move it on, is Joe Biden has a running mate who is Kamala Harris. It's a pretty obvious one. Just for, we've done a few bits on the American election, and there'll be lots of news over the next 4 to 5 months. Kamala Harris seems like an obvious choice. She's female. She's black. She seems very clever. She's known as a rising star in the Democrat Party.
Half Jamaican, half Indian, I heard.
Yeah, really random mixture, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Are you? Do you think it was an obvious candidate because it helps promote minorities and equality, or do you reckon it's because she's the best candidate for the job?
Oh, that's a sneaky question.
It was.
I think what I've seen, I've seen her do a few different speeches on random YouTube videos the last couple of days. She seems super switched on, and she was apparently she's linked to or worked with Arnold Schwarzenegger in California in his party and stuff.
God, I forgot about him doing that.
Yeah, really random. And she was done quite well there. I think she's obviously very smart and clever. She was obviously running for the to be the running Democrat candidate for the election, but she lost out very quickly. I think her issue is she's not particularly extreme in her views or anything. She's very kind of a bit boring. But I think because she's female black, makes sense.
She's also works for the police force.
I haven't read that, to be honest. But okay.
Yeah, I think I've heard some reaction from, let's say, the right wing Americans saying, "Oh, now the leftists have a policewoman running for their political party." It's ironic that they were protesting about defunding the police and all police are bad and blah blah blah, and now the party running for their side of things. So it seems as a it's about to say policewoman, but I think that's technically incorrect.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out what she is, trying to figure it out.
That is an interesting point.
What's the gender neutral for policewoman? Police
officer.
Police officer, that's right.
Police officer.
See, this is what I'm here for, guys. Politically correct speech.
Marky, politically correct.
That's what it stands for. Exactly. So that is an interesting move. After saying defunding the police to then having police. But
I think this whole defunding police thing is a big this misconception where Trump's banging it on. But I don't think Biden or Kamala Harris has ever backed or supported that thing. I think it was just a Trump trying to make lies up.
That isn't like him at all.
No, not at all. But I think in general it's really good. I think it's good to see a female in more I think she'll be second or third ever female vice president. Obviously, never been a female president. I've also heard that people, like political commentators, believe Biden, because he's so bloody old, will only have one term, and his vice president will be the person pushed for the second term, which will be Kamala Harris, which is super.
How old is Biden?
77.
But isn't Trump roughly the same age as that?
74, I believe. Yeah.
That's not exactly much in it there, is it?
No, old white man.
It's like when the popes are always about 95 years old, aren't they?
Yeah.
The old people
same as the US president. But I've also read, that also what political commentators believe is Kamala Harris will. So Biden already has, in theory, the black vote. That's what they believe. But they think Kamala Harris will help get black voters actually voting rather than not voting. So she'll get more people actually voting. That's
interesting.
One of the biggest supports. So, yeah.
And who do you reckon will win the election out of these two?
Yeah, that's the question. Trump or Biden? They're both crap, to be honest. I think Biden.
I think Biden, and I think the corona thing has not helped Trump's case at all.
It's really destroyed his case, yeah.
What do you reckon, Rob?
People predicting Biden, right?
We're going for a full house? You going for Biden?
I predict that, but yeah, I can't really say I know shit about what's going on over America. But
remember, everyone predicted Brexit would not happen, and look what happened. So
that's true.
Maybe because everyone's predicting it, we should go the opposite.
That's true, and people predicted Hillary Clinton was going to win the election as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know too much about Biden, but I know Killer Mike has been backing him, and so has Bernie Sanders. So
yeah, of course.
Still don't know shit about Biden, but people
He's an old
seem to have his.
Hey, what about Kanye West? He could still win it.
Yeah, what is the latest on that, actually?
I think he hasn't got on the bill for most of them still.
It's super quiet, right? Nothing.
It has gone very quiet. Yeah,
I'm going to check out his Twitter now, quick.
He's probably deleted everything he had on there. It's just yeah, all these stories are so big and just die, don't they?
That's the news.
It is.
It kind of blew my mind that the word news just basically means new things because it's news.
It also means north, east, west, south.
Super interesting. Huh?
North, east, west, south.
Is it meant to?
Apparently, it was originally supposed to mean that.
No way.
Yeah, I mean, I can't give away all the fun facts. This is Rob's job, but
that's my job.
I did read this on a fact thing a long time ago, but who knows? Any Kanye news, Jason?
So he did one day ago, he tweeted a picture, I'll show it to you guys, of a t-shirt, a branded t-shirt that says Kanye 2020 Vision.
Okay.
What that means, and his comment is high diet Prada. Weird place.
That's weird. For the people at home, Jason stuck his tongue out and made crazy eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy eyes. And he's got his merchandise, Kanye 2020 Vision. He's just trying to make effing money, isn't he?
Oh yeah, that's all he is, isn't he?
He's just selling merch, isn't he? Right, should we move on?
Yes.
I'm sure we'll talk a lot about Biden and Trump in America in a couple of months. So this next news article this week has been dominating news headlines, has been Belarus. So a clear, I don't know if Belarus is in Europe, it probably isn't, but a clear...
It is in Europe, yep.
Yeah, it's a clear, democratic country that isn't democratic at all, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was they had an election. They've had a leader for, I think, 24 years. Unsurprisingly, he won it with 80% of the votes. He had a strong opposition leader who was a wife of a man who was very much against, and there was an opponent of the current president. So he got put in jail, and then his wife took up the reins, took over his campaign, and it seemed like she had the chance of taking the throne away from the old 24-year-old leader. But it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So she's now fled the country for her safety with her children. She's in Lithuania, I believe, or that's where she went. And now there's been violent protests in Belarus. People, I think, being shot by the protest police, and the protesters attacked police. I think there was a big female march today as well. I think one of the really big factories that create a really famous Belarus car or something, they all kind of went on strike, which is quite a big deal. So yeah, this a lot of unrest in Belarus.
Yeah, Belarus has been having a crazy time of recently, hasn't it?
It's a country I never really heard about before, and then suddenly it's like everywhere. Like, wow,
They were on the map,
crazy.
weren't they? Like they were the only football league still going when everyone else has suspended it
Yes,
for coronavirus.
they were. That's true.
And didn't the leader say like drinking vodka is like, you know, that helps?
He created the Russian vaccine. God damn it!
I'm just thinking, is the Belarus leader your girlfriend's grandparents?
No,
Because you know it's all linked, Jason. But
it's weird.
yeah, they are getting themselves on the map this year. Got respect.
And this is
it.
like a very strange way to up their tourism.
I mean, I'll be
Belarus
tempted. I like to go to random countries, so it's on the list now.
Belarus. Let's get beaten by a policeman and drink some vodka.
And play some football.
Wow, big lightning
Okay.
strike out the window there.
I haven't got any storm at the moment here. Crazy.
You're missing
I want
out.
storms. I predicted storm. Sorry.
Ridiculous storm. Well, do you know what Belarus like? You think of the name Belarus, but do you know what it means? Just a fun fact for you guys. Fun fact for everyone. It means white Russian, and it's Belarusian. So everyone in Belarus are Belarusians, and it means white Russian. There you go.
Oh wow.
Like the drink?
I do not like the cocktail.
No.
It's in a white Russian. It's got milk in it, right?
I think
Is it
so.
vodka or milk?
Yeah, that's what makes it white. So yeah, exactly.
I'm just gonna confirm that, but yeah, it's not my jam. I certainly wouldn't be ordering that.
Not my jam.
White Russian is made of coffee liqueur and cream served with ice.
Oh,
there you
Coffee liqueur.
Not too-
Often
Don't
milk
sound too
or
bad.
half and half will be used as an alternative to cream. So yeah,
You know what? I've discovered my love for toffee/coffee flavored rum. Oh, so good.
Oh yeah.
coffee flavored rum.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Simon got me a sticky toffee pudding rum, and it's like 27%. So you don't even need to dilute it; just drink it with ice, and it's so smooth, so good.
That sounds pretty amazing.
I just want to get some
it
right now.
sounds like you two are getting some, sponsorship deals without me here. Come on, guys, fill me in on this.
I would love a coffee rum kind of company to sponsor us. Please do.
I'd take a
What's the
pineapple
name
rum.
of the brand? Pineapple rum. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, Rob has one of these, don't you, Rob?
Yeah, that was I had that one that was like 67% or maybe more, but I finished that now.
Pineapple rum. I'd take coffee. And that does sound pretty good as well, to be fair.
Exactly.
I'll take both. Doesn't mean
Every
Well,
time
we
I
went
do
really
my
off topic,
podcast,
guys.
yeah.
So we went
Right.
from Belarus.
Should we get back on topic? Belarus, the White Russians. Hopefully things quieten down and
I
don't
don't
know.
think it's going to there.
super crazy. But where does this go? What happens next?
Is
Like
she gonna be able to come back?
exactly, probably not. And
Is
the
she
husband's
so
still in
scared
jail.
for her life for making these accusations that she ain't coming back? Or
Yeah, exactly. I think so. The big oppositions to the long-time leader are in jail. So, yeah.
God, that's crazy, isn't it?
You know what we
And
didn't even
Mr.
consider as a story is the Lebanon government completely quit over the explosion.
Oh
didn't they?
yeah.
And that was
All right, Rick.
due to protesting and shit. So maybe the protesters do have power.
This year they certainly
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
It's the year of it all.
Yeah, it actually is.
What
I need
a
to protest
year.
about something. What can I protest about?
Yeah. Yeah, that does sound dodgy though. If they've all gone to prison, that just pretty much says don't ever go, compete against me because you are going to be fucked if you do, essentially. So, more of a dictatorship more than anything, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
let's switch stories then. So, Belarus, we'll see what happens. I don't know where this will end for them, but Lebanon, as Rob just mentioned, is quite interesting. So, yeah, I think the cabinet or whatever it was, as you said, quit, Rob.
Yeah. Basically, the whole government, like the whole team.
And now what's happened is, so based on a story from Al Jazeera News website is the cabinet had declared a 2 weeks of emergency, and they voted for the emergency declaration for all granting sweeping powers to the army. So it seems like the army are now taking control of Lebanon, which is pretty crazy.
That is crazy shit.
Like army states is never really a good thing.
No.
Lebanon is no longer on my holiday wish list for 2020.
Glad to hear
But
that.
it's the Paris, Rob. It's like Paris.
Paris of the Middle East. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, shit goes down in Paris sometimes as well, so pick and choose your times, yeah?
I've never been to Paris. I want to go there.
Yeah, I wouldn't go there at the moment.
Outside. Yeah, you got to wear masks outside in certain places.
They're about,
Man, trying to wear a mask in the heat is the worst thing in the universe.
They're supposed to be going back on the lockdown for the UK listings for quarantining afterwards.
Really?
Theirs has gone up crazy amount recently.
Has it?
Yeah, but they're one of the worst ones again. And I think they said the cases have doubled in like 2 days or something.
Really?
Yeah, how's it going in Germany for that?
Should we do a live Corona number update? I haven't looked at numbers for a couple of days.
Germany's has been going up a bit as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Bear in mind, this is live at 8:40 Thursday evening, British
8:38
GMT.
Thank you, Rob. And so, yeah, I'm meant to be flying to the UK in exactly 2 weeks. So I live in Germany, Berlin. Haven't seen my parents this whole year. Meant to be flying in 2 weeks. But, man, it's not looking so good, is it, really?
I think, well, Germany is not doing great, but it's not doing horrific.
1,300 new cases yesterday. And like a week ago, we're having like 400 or 500. Now it's like 1,300, 1,200.
Crazy, man.
So it's going up. But France is 2,500. So that's
yeah, France is doing terribly at the moment. So.
Well, Spain, where's Spain at? 3,000.
Yeah, well, that's why they're on the quarantine list for us. But, yeah. Should we move on anyway?
Move on. Some big news from England. Very English news. A-levels.
Yes, this has been crazy shit.
So exam results. What's been going on, boys?
Well, they gave people what their predicted grades were. So this is bullshit. They're going like mock exams on where you're from, how well your school's doing, etc. Most people have been down, like significantly down. They've been getting results that might have got like D or E, but they've never got less than a C in their lives. But a lot of it's gone based on what school they go to. So it's been a very unethical way of looking at how to get your grades. And so a lot of people haven't got into the universities that they thought they would get into because they haven't hit the right grades. It's absolute bullshit because they haven't even had a chance to do the exams themselves.
That would have pissed me off because all my teachers thought I was a failure in life, and I was shit. But I'm a big game player. I pulled it out of the box. Well, not really. I mean, my GCSE are very average, but they ripped me off. But my graphics teacher, I think, predicted for me to get an E. He said I might as well not set the exam. I got a C.
Wow, that's good. Well played, Rob.
It's like the Rocky Balboa of the graphic design world, Rob.
Could say that if he soared to mediocre levels.
Robbie Balboa, we're going to call you now.
Robbie Balboa.
I got to try and remember that one for when I next see you.
Don't think I like it.
Yeah, it's a very harsh way of doing it. Anyway, yeah. But good thing we're not at school now, then, isn't it?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are getting quite good results though, because they're just fuck it. Yeah.
So the news has said most people's has been brutally down on what they would have got. I tell you what, though, I feel freaking bad for people starting uni next year for Freshers Week. It's going to be so shit for them.
I've heard they want to like ban sex for Freshers Week.
It's so shit, isn't it? Like Freshers Week is all about like getting wasted and trying to chat out women and stuff, and they're going to be doing nothing. Yeah,
I'm sure they will, but they won't care.
Well, yeah, it won't be as good as it would have been when we were at uni and stuff. That's what I'm saying.
True, right? It's going to be, so different, right? So different.
Very bad atmosphere. But know, we're not them, so it's fine.
I never went to uni, so it's also
How
fine.
about you go this year? Next week can be on fleek, as the kids would say.
Don't tempt me.
Oh, classic.
Sound like
right.
a pervert now.
Yes, a little bit. Exactly that. Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Got a cat attacking me again.
Oh dear.
Good.
Right.
Cool. Shall we leave part 1 there, boys, and go to our break, sponsored break?
Sounds good.
We
Let's
can do
go,
that.
Let's go get your pineapple rum and chill out, and we'll be back again.
Yeah.
First.
All right,
Break from
guys.
our
See you for
sponsors.
part 2 in a few minutes.
Okay. Peace.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to part 2, where we bring you some more lighthearted, funny, weird, entertaining stories. And I'll first go over to Robbie Balboa.
Oh no.
Did you do any fun polls or have fun facts for us this week?
No fun polls. No polls at all, actually. Just nothing at all.
How
Yeah.
dare you, Rob? The fans needed it.
Yeah. I mean, I was pretty much dead on the weekend, and then I've also had a busy week.
What did you do at the weekend?
Got fucked up.
Nice. Birthday celebrations.
Kind of. But my birthday is on Wednesday, so I kind of half celebrated the weekend before, half in between, half the weekend just gone.
Seems like, you know, that's a bit greedy. 3 birthdays in one.
Yeah. My brother put some naughty stuff in my drinks, and I don't really remember much else of what happened.
Like his underwear, or?
Yeah, just dip that in. That'll get me high. Also, some other shit fell out my bum bag whilst I was going into a club. And
Glad a bag at the end of it.
yeah, that's
That's
true.
a weird story.
It could have been on my bum.
Oh dear! And did he get confiscated?
Yeah, and then he was going to phone or get the police on me. He was proper immature.
Really?
Yeah, he should have grown up and grown some balls about it. There's only a bit of weed in the bag, but he wanted to kill me.
What happened in the end?
Yeah, what happened?
So I was pretty drunk, and I've also been taking MDMA, and I've just finished some dinner, but I don't really remember anything. And I went to the first bar that would let us in, and I was given weed earlier in the day as a nice little happy birthday, Rob. And as I pulled out my wallet to get ID'd, the bag fell on the floor. Classic schmoes. So I picked it up, and it was like the most obvious looking bag of weed, probably stank to high hell. And it was, yeah, he kicked off, and I was pretty calm about it, as I would be, but you know, he was very immature. So
Very immature.
yeah, I like to think of it that way. And then the whole rest of the night, I don't really remember much. I think I had a zombie, which is a good.
Same place? Did you not get kicked out?
A different place.
So he didn't call the police in the end?
No, he took the weed, and then I said, well, obviously I can't come in now, but can I take it with me? And he was like, no. I was like,
Really?
I looked at my brother, I was like, because he used to be a doorman, I was like, does he have the authority to say no and take that from me? And he was just like, oh, allow it, just leave it. And then I just kind of sheepishly walked away. And yeah, he was going, oh, I'll call the police and they'll deal with you if you want. And I just shrugged my shoulders, whatever. It cost me £15. No big deal.
Okay.
But anyway, it's not a podcast about my birthday.
No, that's true.
Do you have any fun facts for us then?
I do have a fun fact. I found a fact that links in with last week's fun fact, I think.
What was last week's fun fact?
I don't know now.
Oh,
but I do know we were talking about deja vu, right? So
yeah, you had a weird dream. I remember the fun fact last time is you dreamed for 7 minutes after you died.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, you don't dream. Your brain's active for 7 minutes.
Your brain's active, sorry, yeah. But you potentially do dream, hence why
That's
life
true.
flashes before your eyes.
Yeah.
But no one can know that. Anyway.
So anyway, this fact is the opposite to deja vu is called Jamais vu. Probably pronounced that wrong, but jamais vu. But yeah, that's the opposite deja vu.
What is the opposite of deja vu?
And they've described it as when you know something has happened before, but it seems unfamiliar, which kind of confused me.
What?
So I'm trying to put an example of that out there.
So it seems familiar in an unfamiliar way.
No.
That's a deep sentence there, man. I feel like it
sounds
before,
like brain damage. So I don't know what happens a lot, but it seems unfamiliar. Like having breakfast.
That's a mind puzzler. I think it's a bit late to be thinking of shit like that, Rob. Jesus. Maybe when I listen back, I'll understand it a bit better.
A YouTube video would be sure to explain it, but yeah, that's the fun fact. This week we don't have to go there.
It's a great word. I'm making it now. Jamais view. I'm gonna call my kid that.
Yeah, I was thinking it could be.
And then ask him
Jamai.
Just call him Jamai, and like ask their views.
What's
Jamai's view?
Get out!
Get out of here!
You're fired.
Well, so, there you go. That's this week's fun fact.
Tell your
I don't know where to go with that one.
No.
Yeah, should we dive into a funny story?
I like to laugh, Jason.
All right. Well, I've got a doozy for you right now.
Classic.
Such a Mark word, isn't it? A doozy.
I love
I think I've never said that in my life ever.
Doozy is a great word.
It's a Mark thing. So I got this doozy.
Yeah, you do.
Doozy story. So the headline is: Husband discovers wife affair after spotting her in the act on Google Maps. Super old school, right? Google Maps. So,
is it?
So I'll read the first line.
View.
Yeah, exactly. So a husband who recognized his wife as she got cozy with another man on a bench on Google Maps later discovered she was having an affair after he confronted her over the image. So there's an image of like a seating area. There's a woman dressed in a white cardigan, black trousers, black shoes. And there's a man just laying there with his head on her thigh. Super weird.
Yeah, it's not really going at it, is it?
Just like, how would you, like, it's not, it's
unless
weird,
he was face down.
He's not.
I suppose you wouldn't let a random man lay on your lap, would you?
No, he wouldn't. No, it's very,
But
yeah.
All your faces are blurred out, so he's done really well to guess it's her. She's really bad at lying.
Yeah, like, apparently she always wore this outfit.
Yeah, but is this a black and white outfit? It's not like she was dressed as Beetlejuice or something.
It's weird that this image was like in a park as well. Like, what a weird area to discover your wife. Like, why is he looking at the park and street view anyway?
Yeah, what's the chances that he would go and come across this, right?
When I was bored at work back in the day, I would street view things and check shit out. Yeah.
That thing, but why? How would you choose an area to street view?
I would go to my house and then just wander around it. And I was like, oh my God, my car's in the lay-by, it's so tight. And I was always trying to find me. That's one of my goals in life, to get on Google Maps.
I'm on it twice.
Yeah.
No way.
Well, I was. I don't know if it's been updated. Probably
wow.
Where was you?
2 places I looked. I was there. So...
Girls' changing rooms?
When was Street View even created? When it was a new thing anyway, I just thought, I'll check my house out, there I am. And then I thought, I'll check Kat's house out, there I was.
It's funny enough, actually. I was going past your house the other day and I saw there was a man laying on your lap and I couldn't believe it.
I was wearing black and white.
Maybe. Yeah, I really want to be seen on Google Maps. But the best thing is, you could be on there anywhere in the world. You don't know when they done it. You know what I mean? You could be in fucking Bali when you're looking at your house like, oh, I'm not here.
Yeah, from experience, I can tell you it's not that exciting.
Depends what you're doing. There was one ages ago where a woman fell into a wheelie bin as Google Maps thing drove past. There's a woman with her leg sticking out of a wheelie bin on there somewhere.
There's all these fake murders as well, right? Or I think there's real murders, but also a lot of fake ones as well.
There should be a thing online when it tells you when it's coming to your area again, so you can try and prepare something funny for the moment.
So many dicks out and asses out of it.
Yeah, if you're juvenile, Rob. Well, now I know what you were doing on there.
My first ever dick pic.
Oh, that's cute. Do you just send up to women?
That's what she said.
Yeah, but no, that is a life goal of mine. So if anyone can hook me up, then let me know. Send in. Let me know when they're coming around my way again.
Right. To move on to story number 2.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is the title, or the headline is Beer Company Accidentally Names Itself After Pubic Hair. Lovely.
Yum.
So a brewery in West Canada was forced to apologize after unwittingly naming a beer product after the Maori word for pubic hair, which is huru, huru, huru.
Oh, can you say that again, please? Huru.
Huru, 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 maybe. I do not speak Maori, clearly. Yeah. So they thought the name meant feather or fur, but they got it slightly wrong. Like, how did they get this wrong? Were they not done their due diligence and did a lot of research and
Google Translate
Maori?
is not always
Do you
the way.
reckon?
I reckon, yeah.
Their marketing team had to have got fired over this one, right?
Hopefully.
But
When
are they keeping the name?
They should.
No.
Huh?
They're going to rebrand their product.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it's an unfortunate mishap, but
Why did it go for a Maori word in the first place?
good question. Was
Yeah,
there anything on? It was supposed to mean feather originally, wasn't it? Because it was like a light beer or something. So I get
Maybe
that.
they're from New Zealand, the brewers.
Oh, they're Canadian.
I'm guessing they just wanted to be. They not use like an ingredient that maybe was sourced there or something.
Yeah, they're in Western Canada, so definitely not in New Zealand.
Maybe they translated off Google in like several different languages the word for feather.
They really did not put their research into it.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I would. Would you be buying from it if it? Would it put you off buying a drink if it was called pubic hair?
It would, yeah.
Even though it's just a beer.
Yeah, but why would they call it that? Like, obviously by mistake, or say they called say there's a beer in England called pubic hair.
It made me buy it more.
Why would they call it that?
I think the novelty factor, I'd buy it.
As soon as lockdown came, I went out and bought a crate of Corona beers. So, but apparently, got a little selfie in my Coronas. But apparently, the sales of Corona went down in the UK.
It went up originally, and then it went, because it was a joke. And I think the worse severe it got, the more people stopped buying it. But then there was a hashtag trending saying beer disease, and there were a lot of idiots that generally thought it was from this. People were dying.
Yeah, so the I saw in Google search terms, the search term Corona beer virus shot up. People were Googling Corona beer virus.
Idiots, really.
Terrible bad luck for Corona.
I went one of our friends, Shona, her Instagram name used to be Shona Corona, and she's had to change her Instagram handle now because this is a very unfortunate one.
I
was a big fan of that name as well.
It was a good name.
I don't know
kept it.
My God, lightning. Yeah, I don't know what she changed it to, but we should probably not mention that anyway.
No, exactly. But yeah, lost a good handle because of that. Bloody, it's one of the worst things that's happened with this virus, right?
The worst, I say.
Exactly. But yeah, the beer one, I'd personally probably be more likely to buy it after that.
Maybe they did it on purpose as well. Great marketing stunt, right? How much we're chatting.
Yes.
Just us talking about them, sales are gonna rise. So
well, now we're talking about them, yeah.
Through the roof.
Millions of listeners.
It's like when we're talking about that pub with the electrical fence. We're like, surely they just put this up on the paper now and people are going to come and see the fence.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably run out now. But, so Jason, if there's huru people get a hold of us now and say, look, we want to sponsor you, you won't be taking the free beers out of this, no?
I would.
Exactly. You'd
Probably.
be drinking pubic hair all night long.
I wouldn't be going out and buy it.
But you'd happily, put it in your mouth, right?
I'll let you guys buy and drink the pubic hair stuff.
Sounds tasty.
Terrible name. Why would they not just do a bit more research or ask a Maori?
Do you guys know what pubic hair is in German?
I have no idea.
I bet it's not a sexy word.
It's probably just pubic hair.
Pubic hair. Let me go. I'll find out.
I would say that's very likely.
You can do it right live.
I'm not Googling that, though.
Pubic hair in German.
Shamhara.
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 Shamhara. Well, now you're going to get some lovely cookies. The amount of weird fucking cookies I'm getting on my Facebook.
Can you guys hear that? I don't even know what my mic is.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's actually not a bad word. It's like so many horrible German words. That's actually quite a good one, and it means pubic hair. So.
You're gonna get some great cookies now, man.
So why did you get a lot of cookies on your Facebook?
I don't know. My friend Craig said he keeps getting one for a deodorant specifically for your bollocks.
Really? Is that I'm surprised?
Who needs that?
Balls and heat wave.
It is. Yeah, that one fascinated me. It's specifically for your ballsack.
Anything to make money.
But wouldn't normal deodorant
what are they called that? Pubic hair? We got a good name for that, haven't we?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I got one.
Shamhara.
I'm assuming it's because I bought a beard trimmer recently, but I keep getting ones for fucking, funnily enough, pubic hair, shavers. Always. And then these specific boxer shorts, I keep getting them both, and I'm like, why am I getting these?
I get boxer shorts, snooks. Always get targeted by them. Snooks.
That's called on your ass, the ones I keep wearing.
Why?
I know. They send you a brand spanking new pair every month.
One pair every month.
Yeah. Weird, right?
That's so weird.
What was weird though, that Craig started eating, not eating, but purchasing Huel, that protein shake kind of thing.
I use it.
Now,
I got it.
Not once in my life have I seen an advert for that. He told me this on Sunday, and then I get on my phone Monday, and I'm getting all these adverts for Huel now.
Yeah, they can hear us, man. Everyone.
They're listening. They're listening all the time.
Like one time, right? Me and my girlfriend were talking about getting a Vespa in Italy, like a Vespa, like a little motorbike. And the next thing you know, I'm getting targeted for Vespa ads. Like, we didn't Google it. We just chatted about it.
Can't they just at least help us out and start, advertising our podcast to people instead?
They could go into these
WMD.
They say that everyone like Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg, they all cover up their microphones and their webcams on their computers.
Steve Jobs, because he's a bit dead, but
okay, he's
he used to, maybe. Yeah, they do for sure. Right? They do it like Alexa listens to me.
It's suspicious, is what I'm saying.
And our phones. They're all microphones. Microphones. Oh my god.
That's why I don't have an Alexa. I don't trust them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Conspiracies. We'll probably get into that more and more after I get my new adverts for probably some sweaty ball thing now.
Yeah, me too. Right. So we crack on with the next story that we found.
Yeah.
It's going to make everyone chuckle. So this is related to weddings and how stressful it can be to get your guest list fixed. And so this bride came out with a unique way to get certain guests at their wedding. So the article title is "Bride's Ridiculous Test for Guests Blasted as She Makes Them Compete for a Spot at a Wedding." So the first line of the article: "A bride-to-be has come under fire online after a sibling reveals she's making people write an application essay to earn a spot on the wedding guest list." Like, wow, it must be some good wedding for make people to do that, right?
It's probably to do with that everything's been cut down to 30 people.
Yeah,
and
I don't know.
And I reckon it's because they can't invite many people. I think this is very clever because you only want people that really want to be there, and especially at the moment when you can only invite 15 people each, you want to make sure you've got the best people, right?
True. But What if someone you don't like that much wrote a really good one, and then like
I'd probably veto them completely anyway. It's only people I would then shortlist to who I'm not sure between, and then let's see what they've got to do. That's what I personally would have done. It's tricky though, isn't it? Because obviously at the moment you can't invite everyone you want to invite.
So the wedding is planned for next February. So a little bit more details and data. The words. So just sorry, one quick one. All guests had to submit a 250-word essay that about 2 questions the bride asked them.
Interesting.
Madness.
sounds like a lot of effort.
It does, doesn't it?
It's well. Then you guys aren't going to the wedding. I'm going. You know, I wouldn't I wouldn't want to invite like a lot of my family members anyway. I mean, I don't really know them all that well. You know what I mean? They don't live near me, but you feel obliged to have to invite them. Whereas I'd rather give it a choice of my mates and be like, well, I gave you the option, but your essay was shit, man.
You would just love to do that, right? Tell them they were shit. That's the more.
I'd send them I'd send it back in the post with like, you know, spelling errors corrected, and you could have done better here, so they know for next time, right?
Imagine the effort you have to go through to read it all as well. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's true.
Just make a decision.
Think about that.
That's probably why the wedding's not till February. They got a lot of reading to do. So you guys not on board with that one, no?
It's ridiculous.
No, just me. I'm assuming there was a lot of backlash for that.
Yeah, so the sister posted on Reddit about the situation, and it kind of went viral a lot on Reddit, and a lot of people can then comment, and people were pretty shocked, and it went quite viral across Reddit. People thought it was crazy.
Although I get it, because I believe the parents weren't obviously like automatically chosen. Now that should be a given, really. But
her sister as well. Her sister's the one that posted on Reddit, so she had to do it. Her sister.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't invite my sister, so I'm with her on that.
Well, she wouldn't invite her if you wrote a good enough essay.
No, she wouldn't.
Really?
No,
you don't get on with your sister these days?
I haven't got on with her for years, man.
Yeah, well, I don't think it was that bad.
I don't know. If I had to invite X amount of people, she would not be up there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Let's hope she don't listen to your podcast.
Yeah, probably, yeah. No, she doesn't. I don't.
She doesn't now. We've lost a viewer, Mark. Come on, what are you doing?
Sorry, guys. I'll pick it back up. Sorry.
Find someone else.
Yeah, but no, I'm on board for it. I'm guessing. Maybe Rob do a poll and see what people agree with that or not.
I could do that, yeah.
I'll be intrigued with the data from that.
The data?
Or data. The data.
All right. Data. Shall we crack on the next story?
So
this is one that Robbie Balboa found earlier on.
That's not going to catch on.
It's 100%.
So much.
That is the best.
So the story is about David Blaine. Like, how old? Like, I haven't heard about him for years. He's been so quiet.
He's got to be really old now.
I was thinking that, right? How old is he? Shall I look it up? So he is everyone. He's a kind of a magician, stuntman, kind of. What would he class himself as?
He does class himself as a magician or illusionist.
All-round weird guy.
47 years old. He's not actually that old. I thought he would be.
No, I thought he'd be in his 50s by now.
Maybe he froze his age.
Well, that's quite an interesting point. So I'm going to talk about what he's previously done, and he might have frozen himself. So he's previously buried himself alive, spent 44 days in a 3-foot square box. I remember that. It was weird.
The London one.
Stood on, yeah, I think it was, right? And he stood on a 22-foot pillar for 73 hours. He electrocuted himself. He's done a few crazy things, like shot himself in the mouth or something as well. That's very random.
What?
He's done some crazy stunts. One of the most asked questions on Google, by the way, is how did David Blaine die? But he didn't still die.
Wow.
He set the bar really high for himself, hasn't he? So you're like, come on, man. You froze yourself for 3 days or something. Now what are you going to do?
Exactly. So what he is going to do his next stunt, aptly named Ascension, he's going to stream it live on YouTube. So that's a new thing he's doing. It's all going to be on YouTube.
competing
because
for our viewers.
it will be this year in theory. He's going to attempt to fly across America from New Jersey. Oh, no, sorry, I got that wrong. He's flying from New Jersey to New York holding a bunch of helium balloons. So he's literally going to float in the air with balloons from New Jersey to New York.
That ain't even that far, though, is it?
No. Well, but still, helium balloons.
That doesn't sound particularly like. Is he going to be tied to him, or is he going to be holding on to him?
Crazy. Do you think? Holding a bunch of helium balloons is what I've got here.
That could mean they're tied to him, though. You know what I mean? I'm going to see how long it takes, how many miles it between.
I wonder what kind of like rope or string it'll be as well. You need a good grip.
Attaching himself to a variety of helium balloons and attempting to float across the Hudson River from New York to New Jersey. So it's not quite like LA to New York.
It's actually 60 miles, it's saying.
60 miles. He's across the Hudson River. I don't know really what that means.
Okay, well that takes a massive chunk of it out. Hang on.
So if he falls, he's going to fall into water. Well, still, definitely worth it. Are you going to watch it, do you think?
But it must be more of a science, right? Because you need the right amount to get him up and then the right amount to slowly descend. Also, he has to land somewhere quite specific. New York, I mean, you could land on a fucking Statue of Liberty. How can you steer yourself? How can you...
We're going to find out.
Yeah. I feel like there's some cheesy 80s family movie in the making for this.
I think this you're probably going to find it's around 15 miles long if they go just through the river, depending on where they actually do it, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, that can work, but yeah, I have a feeling it's not going to be as spectacular as it sounds.
I don't know, like attached to helium balloons just floating in the air. Like it's not like that Up film. There's been a lot of comparisons to Up, the Pixar, DreamWorks, one of them from
I don't watch
animated movies.
Sorry,
you haven't never watched Up?
No, I'm not 9.
Up is on one of my 100 movies to watch in your lifetime, and I've obviously watched it already. But if you want to
watch it,
sorry guys, I'm a grown up.
That doesn't make sense.
I haven't even seen Shrek all the way through.
What? Which one?
Any of them.
You're funny.
How can you say animated film is less grown up than slapsticks comedy?
Nah, I feel like generally like U's or PGs. It's not going to have my taste of humor. So. You know.
That's sad.
So all U's and PGs are just ones that are animated?
I mean, there's a few I like mainly because I was a kid and liked them at the time, so it's nostalgic. But yeah, I wouldn't be out my way running to check out any animated film now. Yeah, Bombshell.
I don't know how to carry on after that.
It's all right. Maybe you should go watch Up and get a hug.
Oh my god, I do pay for Disney Plus, so I could watch Up.
Oh my god!
I think it is Disney.
It's not the best though, Up. I mean, it's decent, but it's not the greatest film.
Yeah, it's not the greatest. Well, like, so Mark, why there's a comparison is this old man, his wife eventually dies, and they always had a dream of going to South America or somewhere random. They live in the US. And so what he does, he works with balloons. He made balloon animals or whatever. And then he just fills up hundreds of balloons with helium, and his house, he has big fights with like construction companies that wanted to sell his house, and his house just floats with all these balloons, and he steers it to the South America, and a little kid kind of hijacks onto his thing.
It's not that much the same other than he's got some balloons.
And but there's he wants to follow in the footsteps of a great explorer who he finds. I'm gonna spoiler alert, but the guy doesn't want to be found, so then he tries to kind of get rid of him or kill him, and he's got this big bird thing. It's amazing.
Oh man, you're gonna give me some spoilers, man. There's no point in watching it now.
No, there's not.
Thanks a lot, guys. You know, and people listening now, what are they thinking?
I did say spoiler alert.
Okay, that's fine. Throw it out. Okay.
So just to finish on David Blaine, his weather permitting, this event will happen August 31st, so quite soon, which is quite cool. It's been sponsored by Verizon, so it's a big old promotion for it as well. And yeah, it'll be on YouTube. YouTube
Excellent.
Originals, is that the paid stuff or the free stuff?
I'm assuming. Well, I don't know. I might tune in if I'm available. I'm a busy guy, you know.
I don't know, watch it.
Plus, it's in America. It might not line up very well with me working or sleeping.
True, that's very true. 6
But
hours, yeah.
When's he doing it?
So August 31st, weather permitting as well. And there's also a trailer. They made a trailer for it. I can send it to you.
Trailer.
You said 21st or 31st?
31st, 3-1.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll watch. We'll see.
Yeah. Should we end the show there?
Oh, we could mention the last one very quickly if you wanted to. It's a short story, but well,
what was that?
It was either the cat or
ghosts.
That's falling apart. Could be ghosts.
Okay, we're running low on time, guys. You know.
All right, so I've just lost the link. And then my WhatsApp isn't opening.
We don't have to talk about it. It was Trump and his stupid hair, right? And some shit about showers.
Yeah, so the article here is US calls for shower rules to be eased after Trump hair complaints. So the world's going to shit, right? 2020 has been a nightmare. And Trump's biggest worry is his hair. And this article is a picture of his hair in the wind and it looks nuts. So US government has proposed changing the definition of a shower head to allow increased water flow because Trump made a random statement last month, which was his statement, quoting Trump, so shower heads. You take a shower, the water doesn't come out. You want to wash your hands, the water doesn't come out. So what do? You stand there for longer or take a shower longer. Because my hair, I don't know about you, but it has to be perfect. Perfect. So he said that, and now suddenly they're going to change the way shower heads work, and they're going to waste gallons and gallons and gallons of water because Trump's.
I don't think he understands like how it works to start with. Like, you know, just get a better nozzle. Really, they're all different pressure ones, don't they? You know what I mean? It's not got to change. You've not got to change your water pressure for a different nozzle. But he's an idiot. So, but yeah, that's Trump all over, isn't it? He likes to kill the world one day at a time.
Yeah, I mean, his hair has never looked perfect.
No, it
doesn't. His hair is weird. He likes it. He must really like his hair.
Yeah, he's probably getting advice. It's good.
Yeah, so a guy called Andrew Delaski in this article I'm reading come out. He's director of Energy Conservation Group. He was like, obviously it's silly. If he needs help finding a good shower, we can help him find some consumer websites.
Exactly.
Surely
fucking idiot.
Gold Line mansion on bloody Central Park in London in New York, has got some bloody good showers, right? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, even I have a good shower nozzle, and I didn't have to break the bank for that. So.
Actually, my shower nozzle is really good here as well.
Sounds cute. Rob, how's yours?
Perfect.
Shower nozzle?
Yeah.
Lime scale free.
Beautiful.
Time scales.
The fans needed to know this today, so.
Does it make your hair look perfect, Rob? Robbie Barbar?
I've got a complex in my hair at the moment. I've been talking about this a lot lately. But,
so have you still not got a cut?
I've got it trimmed a little bit a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, cheating.
Not allowed.
Well, not really cheating, because the back of my hair looked like a fucking dead rat. So.
I love dead rats.
That's like Trump. It's a good look.
Yeah.
Trump gets all the ladies.
I was thinking to myself, my long hair is representing the times during quarantine and some pretty low moments, and maybe I should just shave my head and be fresh like I used to be.
No, don't. I like your long hair.
Well, it might be time for a change. We'll see. Keep updated.
That's controversial. That is controversial.
Right, that's a poll for sure, right?
Yeah, you got two polls. You got 2 polls now, Rob. 2 polls for the day.
Sounds sexy.
Excellent. All right, guys, it's about time to end the show.
Mm-hmm.
That is another beautiful one.
As it looks like Watford's coming to an apocalypse out there.
I don't know if it's raining here yet. I hope it does. I love storms. I mean, I could go. I've got stuff to talk about storms, but we'll save that for another time. I had a great story about a storm, but I haven't got the time.
Remember that storm in Castaways, Australia?
This was going to be part of it, yeah, but
man, that storm was nuts.
This is mental.
All right.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Well, another one done, boysies.
Bites the dust.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Yeah.
And everyone, do not forget to like us, follow us, subscribe, share, write comments to 3_WND across Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. We're great on Instagram. And yeah,
tell your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we're getting an internet power up and also becoming
power up.
Was it Spotify users? No,
SoundCloud and Spotify.
Yeah,
and hopefully Apple Music as well.
Which we will
see everywhere.
As and when. Hells yeah, one day at a time, like Trump said. Okay, cool. Well, it's been a pleasure, boys, and I will catch you next week for the same time.
Cheerio.
Cool. See you later.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye bye.